traditional skirt worn by men in the Balkans and women, of course. It's found in the mountainous areas and was worn mainly in the central and southern parts of Greece. And the skirt is short, usually pleated, and it's made of white cotton or linen. Deep is working it. Work it, girl. I love it. Thank you, Deep. And then next we have Chen wearing a Japanese kimono. It's T-shaped straight-line robe and has a sash called an obi. It's worn both by men and women. And young women's kimonos are usually bright and colorful, while men's kimonos are usually darker colors. Women are happier in life. And Chen is wearing cool colors, which usually is symbolic of summer. So thank you, Chen. Next, we have Lisa, my lovely little Lisa, wearing an Indian sharara. So sharara is a traditional dress of Indian women. It's very popular among the new age generation. And the dress is typically fitted to the knee, and it flares from the knee onwards. So it has like a full skirt-like look. So Lisa, that color looks beautiful on you. I love it. Thank you, Lisa. Next, we have our models Kojo and Emmanuel wearing the Akan Kente cloth. So Kojo is wearing the more modern look, whereas Emmanuel is wearing more of a traditional look. And Kente cloth is known locally as Nwantoma, and Nwantoma means woven cloth. Kente means basket. And so this is cloth is a type of silken cotton fabric that is interwoven cloth strips and is native to the indigenous people of the Akan area in Africa. Next, we have Shangmin wearing a Korean hanbok. So it consists of two parts. One is a long wide skirt and a short jacket tied with a ribbon. And it's worn as semi-formal or formal wear during traditional festivals and celebrations. And it's characterized by vibrant colors and simple lines without pockets. I love it. I love the bright colors. Thank you, Shangmin. Next, we have Snow, who's wearing a traditional Nigerian dress. So this dress is made of material called wudin and has been in Nigeria for generations. And this garment can be worn to parties, weddings, and anniversaries. Snow is doing what I wish I can do, but I can't because my foot is broken. So thank you, Snow. You're beautiful. Next, we have Rose wearing a British colonial dress. So this is a high-waisted dress from the 18th century. In 1790, the short waist became the rage, and simplicity was encouraged. I'll totally rock that dress right now. And this dress is often accompanied by a handbag. And by the way, Rose actually made this herself, so that's really awesome. Thank you, Rose. Next, we have G wearing Pakistani shalwar kameez. So this is sometimes known as a Punjabi in Britain and Canada, and is the alternative to the sari in India. And it is a national dress of Pakistan, but is also worn by both men and women in South and Central Asia. Shalwar means loose pajama-like trousers. Kameez means a long tunic. And varying the fabric, color, and embroidery varies the formality of the garment. So I really, really, really love this color. I'm totally going to steal it from G after the show. So thank you, G. Next, we have Uyghur dress worn by Chen. So Uyghur people are, excuse my pronunciation, is a Turkish ethnic group living in East and Central Asia and countries like Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, and Kyrgyzstan. And Uyghur traditional garment is for women, and typically it's a vest worn over a one-piece gown. And men traditionally wear a long-sleeve, long gown. So thank you, Chen. Next, we have my lovely little Lisa wearing a Mexican peasant dress. So this is also called a Puebla dress. And Puebla dresses and blouses generally have short sleeves and loose fits, as you can see. And Mexican clothing, it's all about the comfort. So they keep in mind what the temperature is outside and trying to accompany the comfort combined with the weather. So and this actually became famous as a bohemian dress years after it was introduced in Mexico. So thank you, Lisa. And then next we have Kim and Deep wearing the Vietnamese áo dài. The áo dài literally means long dress, and it's a form-fitting long tunic worn over loose silk pants. I love this quote. So it's famously known to cover everything but hide nothing. I love it. It's commonly worn worn during special occasions such as weddings and Vietnamese New Year's. And the color indicates the wearer's age and status. So white is typically to indicate purity and innocence. Our girls are not wearing white. No assumptions made. Just Next, we have the chitenge worn by our models Kristen and Nelson. So the chitenge is an African garment similar to a sarong, often worn by women wrapped around the chest or waist, over the head as a headscarf or as a baby sling. Kristen is wearing a full-top skirt suit outfit that was designed and sewn by a Zambian tailor, and she's also wearing traditional wooden earrings and a bracelet. Let's not forget about Nelson. So Nelson's kitenge is worn during ceremonies and is an adaptation of the batik technique used in clothing design. And the kitenge can be worn both by men and women, as we can tell, right? And it's and the cloth it usually represents a higher social status. So our models are definitely of higher social status. So thank you. And then next we have our lovely Fiona wearing a Yemenese dura. So this is worn by women mostly in southern provinces of Yemen. And the dress is usually made of silk and in a lot of instances is combined with a belt. And women usually wear these dresses to house parties, and Fiona's dress is house-made, and I'm definitely going to steal that from her and wear that to my next house party. So thank you, Fiona. So next we have Cece and Rose wearing the Chinese Qi Pao. So it's also called a Cheong Sam, and it's a body-hugging one-piece Chinese dress for women. And the original Qi Pao was wide and loose, whereas now it's more tighter to hug the woman's body. And it covers most of the woman's body, revealing only the head, hands, and the tips of the toes. And with time, the Qi Pao were tailored to become more and more form-fitting. Thank you, models. And then finally, we saved best for last, as always. So I am wearing an Ecuadorian outfit, and this was actually made in Quito by indigenous people that sell it in the outdoor markets. And they usually use berries to stain the dress. So can you believe what I'm wearing is berry juice? So I think it's beautiful, very vibrant, bright colors. I love it, and of course I have to do my typical. I got so many compliments for my shabam last year, so I have to do it again. So shabam, my model post. Excuse me. So I'm just gonna head my way over here, and then we're gonna have one final look from all of our models. So models, can we come out and show the world our outfits? Thank you, everyone.